Hi, I'm Seriflor, and welcome to yet another video. So Honkai Star Rail released a new Myriad Celestia trailer, and at first I had no intention of watching it because if I'm going to be honest, I wasn't that interested in 4.0 at all. But after watching it, I can definitely say my interest is piqued at the very least. And I just want to talk about it and then give my overall thoughts. So let's get into it. First, we have the IPC opening up and making an invitation to multiple factions, it seems like, to join the Anti-Destruction Alliance. It looks like after the Iron Tomb campaign, they are trying to make some moves. But it doesn't seem like all is as it seems, because when we cut to it, we see Pearl and Opal scheming something. Something about luring people using masks for whatever reason. We'll find out shortly. And then Pearl also mentions the blueprint of preservation. So I'm wondering what this is all about in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, we cut to a bunch of characters talking about their own agendas and reacting to the IPC's news. We have Jing Liu talking to Yao Guang. We have Stephen Lloyd finally making an appearance. We know what he looks like now. And it seems like he was talking with Ruan Mei, and they were talking about Leviathan. If you don't know who Leviathan is, they are the Eon of Veracity. So, very, very interesting. It makes me wonder about something that's going to appear later in the trailer. And then we also get a shot of the Galaxy Rangers, as well as Ashvale. I believe he's part of the Galaxy Rangers too. He's a new Galaxy Ranger. I'm not entirely sure. But if he is, maybe he's a break DBS. Would be nice to get another break DBS. But yeah, they're all reacting to the IPC's announcement, which is pretty ironic that the IPC reached out to them in the first place, because I guess the Galaxy Rangers are opposed to the IPC in many ways, and they're wanted too. So, yeah, very interesting. Also, we got the tease of what looks to be a new Harmony character that was talking to Robin. They kind of remind me of Aglaya. I'm not even sure if that is a character or maybe just like a representation of someone else. I'm not entirely sure. But hey, maybe they are. If so, very interesting. And yeah, from the trailer, everyone is rightfully suspicious of the IPC, but I feel like it's a bit of a misdirection. I feel like the IPC are just doing a roundabout, I don't want to say like, how do I want to word this? Basically what I'm trying to say is the IPC is once again just pretending to be the bad guys when they're obviously not. I don't think the IPC is ever truly going to be evil in Honkai Star Rail. I think there's just going to be certain faceless NPC asshats in the IPC, but everyone else is just more or less a good person. I think we're past the point of making the IPC enemies of the Astral Express or the big bads overall. I don't think we're doing that anymore, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. Anyway, another big thing that happened in this trailer was Assat Permade making their appearance. The Lord Ravager against Elation. Yeah, the guy in the suit, that is him. And becoming Aha. I saw that as part of the promotional material, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. But becoming Aha literally means becoming the Eon, but only for 1 minute, apparently. So this seems to be Assat Permade's plan, but I'm not entirely sure what the details are because unfortunately the music was kind of overpowering the voiceover, so I couldn't hear him very well. Either way, becoming Aha, if only for a minute, will lead to the destruction of the Elation Path if Assat Permade gets his way. So, very interesting stuff. It seems like preventing that from happening is going to be one of our main goals in the Plan Arcadia story. Either we become Aha ourselves for a minute, or someone else becomes Aha for a minute, and that leads into what the Stellaron hunters are up to. First, we get a tease of their new forms, another tease, and it looks like they'll be fighting an Eon. I think it might be the person who becomes Aha for a minute. It could be them, or it could be someone else entirely. Remember, they didn't bring up the veracity for no reason. I think Leviathan may have a role to play in this story, but we'll just have to see. Overall, it was a nice little teaser. It's made me more interested in Plan Arcadia than I had before. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this short little video, and I'll see you guys around. Later.